Boy, am I glad we are down to the old men. It was getting so bad trying to watch and listen to the crowd fight with each other.
Bernie screws up every times he declares himself a democratic socialist. Who's he trying to impress? Socialist has very bad connotations in the US. He's a progressive and that's what he should have said. And bragging about Castro and Cuba, what the hell was that for? He just pissed the state of Florida away.
Warren's dropout bothers me. Not because she dropped out. She should have done that. But unlike Pete and Amy, she did not endorse anybody. If Bernie is really her soulmate, why not endorse him? Waiting to endorse is like throwing him under the bus.
Kamala Harris just endorsed Biden, and he's ecstatic, and Bernie's in attack mode.
What a difference a week makes! The press and the pundits have declared Biden's campaign is dead. But South Carolina had something to say about that. And today there's 11 victories behind us, and we lead in both delegates and the national vote. We're going to unite this party and unite this country.
Joe Biden and I have a very different record on an issue of great importance to the people of Michigan. I helped lead the opposition to NAFTA and PNTR with China. If we are going to defeat Trump in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, it will be very hard for a candidate who voted for these disastrous trade agreements.
If Biden can beat Bernie in a place that Bernie has won before, that might break Bernie's back.
Bernie won't give up. No way will Bernie give up.
True. But think of the psychology. Psychology is very important. It was a two-person race in 2016, and Bernie caught fire in Michigan. But if he loses here and he begins to realize that he has not expanded his base, how much energy will he have left?
When you look back at 2016, you realize that the result in Michigan was probably an anti-Hillary vote, not a for Bernie vote.
You know, the more I look at what's playing out before us, the more I believe that Bernie has a base, very much like Trump has a base, and they will stick with him to the end, but it won't expand, and if that's the case then it's time to say Kaddish for his campaign. You know, the more I look at what's playing out before us, the more I believe that Bernie has a base, very much like Trump has a base, and they will stick with him to the end, but it won't expand, and if that's the case then it's time to say Kaddish for his campaign.
Look, Sanders recognizes all that. That's why he has been attacking Biden on his trade deal stance and on things he perceived as attacks on Social Security, plus other social programs.
Here's a big point. The Democratic voters were not looking for the best, the smartest, or the youngest candidate. They were looking for the candidate that can beat Donald, and that's why Biden is in the lead.
That's funny when you think about it. Donald's entire Ukraine episode may be the point at which the Democrats realized that Biden was the man who could defeat Donald.
Wow, imagine the Democrats couldn't impeach on the strength of the Ukraine fiasco, but they might win the election, because Donald put the spotlight on Joe.
Of course, Donald's statements and his cavalier attitude toward the coronavirus, look, he's not canceling his rallies, will only work in Biden's favor.
Anybody right now, and yesterday, anybody that needs a test gets a test. And the tests are all perfect. Like the letter is perfect. The transcription was perfect. I said, calm. You have to be calm. It'll go away. So here we are. Unforeseen problem. What a problem. Came out of nowhere. We have tens of thousands of people standing outside the arena. So
isn't it a risk if there's that many people all close together?
It doesn't bother me at all, and it doesn't bother them at all.